Last episode, we started our first season back in the championship with some tough results. Can we kick things into gear this time around? Hey, welcome back. Respect to Jeff here for Season 3, Episode 2 of this West Ham career. Well, last episode was not the prettiest you'll ever see in terms of our gameplay, but we have a break in league action here for the EFL Cup. Coming back, we take on Rochdale up first, so it should not be the toughest opposition for us. And until the end of the August summer transfer window here, we have a handful of games coming up, so we'll play through a couple of those in rapid succession. But first things first, it's time to promote our first Youth Academy player of this season. I like to play some of these players in the cup games in the early stages here. So I think we're set on goalkeepers. I do like the look of Tyler Bell, but I think Ed Green is our man going forwards. We do have a decent amount of strikers, so he probably won't get too many minutes, but he'll be given a few chances early on here in the cup games if we can move through some of these rounds. And if any of our senior strikers decide they need to move on in the coming seasons, he'll be one for the future. So taking a quick look at his stats here, 4-star, 4-star for both weak foot and his skill moves. Definitely a tricky player on the ball. He's got solid pace for a 17-year-old. And he looks to have the skills to back it up as well. And for some final touches here, he does not have the most realistic in-game face, so I'm going to dig through the archives a bit. And here we go, it's the new Ed Green. A new real in-game face, some new boots, and finally the untucked kit to top it all off. So welcome to the first team, called up out of the academy, and hopefully he can fill in the footsteps of those who have come before him, like Alexander and Archie Hall, even Bennett, some of the big names to come through our academy in the last 2 seasons. So to switch things up a little bit here, I'm going with a 4-3-3. Just because I don't think we need to play our usual starting 11, and in fact, I think we're going to completely rotate who we have out there. Afolayan, Jakubiak, and Kemp up top for a completely new starting lineup up there. Green's going to play in the hole behind Jakubiak. He's a center forward, so I think that kind of role would fit him well. I'm excited to see what our academy player can do. Coventry obviously deserves a shot at the starting 11 here after his fantastic preseason. Boateng, and then a completely changed back line aside from Garmston. Whitaker and Bennett get the start at center back, and Trott is back in our starting 11 for the first time this season. So here we go, and we take on Rochdale. So a return to the EFL Cup, and this team wants to see if they can hold up. Once again, we had some decent cup runs in previous seasons coming up to this, and with an almost fully rotated starting 11, it was time to see if our new players were up to the task. Rochdale with a lot of possession to start this game off, but we had a few chances of our own. Johnson, time and time again, impressing coming off the bench here, winning us a free kick in a dangerous area, bombing forwards, and some more chances shaping up for the team. Garmston, as always, getting forwards from left back, and he sets up Connor Coventry, who scores once again. His dream start to the season continues, and he is going to definitely be in contention this season if he can keep up this form. He's got a lot of top-notch players ahead of him in the lineup, but he's one for the future. Still, I think 21 years of age, so a lot of time to grow. Coventry continuing to find himself in dangerous positions here. Links up with Afolayan, who finds our new Youth Academy player, Ed Green, cutting inside and finishing for a second. Well, it's a dream start for all of our youngsters here, and especially for this man, Ed Green, straight out of the academy and into the first team. Couldn't be having a better debut so far. Well, I said beforehand, he's definitely going to be the type to have a few tricks up his sleeve, and what a lovely turn and finish. We could have something special on our hands here if he continues to perform at this rate. And Green got involved in the play a lot after that. Playing out of the center of the pitch here, he got a lot of the ball and was able to distribute it out wide. Some chances coming in from Rochdale, not threatening that much. Nathan Trott easily intercepts that one, but a big mistake as he rolls it out from the back. Interception from Dunn coming in, and he tries to lob it back towards the goal, way over the post, and Rochdale fail to find a goal back for themselves. Jakubiak here linking up with Coventry again, and Green with another chance. Fantastic nutmeg on the move, but it is poked away in the end. Well, he's trying it all out here. Definitely some areas to improve in, but a little bit of flair shakes things up for the team for sure. He's the kind of player that we need to bring energy back into this squad. Ed Green getting involved again, finds Kemp out wide, and gets his head up, picks out Coventry in the middle. Always involved Connor Coventry in the build-up play. He's everywhere in the middle, and Jakubiak cutting inside again. Can't get up and running for this season. It was a great chance to score a goal there, but he could not capitalize. Rochdale not giving up just yet, though. Definitely a couple dangerous chances coming in, but it was our defense that stayed locked down through most of it. Bennett says no thank you, takes that ball away, wins a free kick, easy as you like, and our center back out of the youth academy continues to impress this season. It's Archie Hall coming on to get a couple minutes. He's another one of our youth academy players who's impressed in general. He's fallen off a little bit as of late, so I'm not sure exactly what to do with his future. I don't want to sell him or anything, that's for sure. He's definitely got talent. It's just so hard with the kind of midfield that we got for him to find minutes. And again, a great pass there from Green all the way out to Afolayan. The skill move before it to set everything up. Having a fantastic debut. Couldn't ask for anything better from him. The play doesn't quite shape up the way I wanted it to, but a great move nonetheless. Rochdale looking for another ball over the top here. Johnson out all the way to cover. And he tries to flick it over his head again. Bennett there to clean up, heads it away. Not going to go over his head, the young giant. And Green again with a great piece of skill. Beats his man in midfield. A little flashy. I'm not sure if it's always going to come off for him, but it has so far in this match. He has been fantastic. Another ball through for Johnson, who puts in a brilliant cross for Jakubiak, inches ahead of him. And the striker still yet to find his opening goal of this campaign. Garmston looking to cover again, but that ball does find its way in behind. Dangerous cross coming in. Trott deals with that one easily. 78th minute passed, and a couple more chances coming in for Rochdale. They are desperate to at least grab a goal out of this, but again, fantastic play out of the back like we've come to know and love from this team. All the way out now to Johnson, and we end up managing to hold onto this. One more chance coming our way. Green picking out Dan Kemp, who charges down the wing using his pace to get in behind. Not a clear-cut cross immediately ahead of him, so he cuts it back. Jakubiak looking for the one-touch through to Green, who is running onto it. But yet another chance goes missing here. Whitaker heads it away. And just like that, all the threat taken out of the game. Johnson back to Kemp. Jakubiak looks to flick it through for Hall, and we continue to try to push on for a third goal here. The game ends 2-0, though. Fantastic performance from the team, especially from our new academy player, Green, who is plucked straight into the starting 11 tonight and absolutely delivered. And on we go. All right, look at that. Green scores on his West Ham debut. Fantastic news article written about the youngster, and hopefully he's among some of these talents that are coming through our academy that can eventually make an impact on the first team. Don't know if we'll see it this season, but bright things to come. Don't want to put too much pressure on his shoulders, obviously. So we sit in 18th place right now, only 2 games played, so it doesn't mean much. 1 point from the opening 2 matches here. So we look forwards towards our third game now. It's a away match against Sunderland. Well, we've beaten them before several times in the past. I think we took them on in preseason once. If I remember correctly, we beat them twice. So let's hope that we can do that again. In the meantime, Connor Coventry makes his way onto our bench. Archie Hall into the reserves. I think Coventry deserves it for the time being, but we'll see going forwards. And let's get to it. All right, we take on Sunderland. It's an away matchup at the Stadium of Light. And the Hammers in search of their first league win here in the championship. I think we really needed it out there. Wearing the third away kit here. Honeyman with an early chance in behind for Will Grigg, who ends up pulling it back in the end. Good defending from the team as they continue to have possession here early in the match. Sunderland not doing super well in the league either, so it was important for them as well. A pretty heated match between the two teams. Some early chances in the box here. Well defended by Mark Noble, the captain, not messing around there. Gets the ball away. And Hugo looking for a chance behind here. Nothing shaping up too much, although Alexander makes the run in the box and an outstanding finish at the end of the move. Once again, Lance Alexander showing why he's one of the most promising youngsters in England at the moment, scoring goal after goal. There's questions about whether he could keep it up at this kind of level, but he seems to prove himself with every passing league here. And after that goal, we started to really strut our stuff here. Nathan Holland, absolutely absurd skill there to beat his man on the wing. Nothing comes too much of the chance after, but a look back at that, man, he is just so talented on the ball. And if he continues to develop at this rate, he is going to be an absolute world beater out there on the wing. I think he just needs to work on his finishing. Garmston defending really well on the wing, shuts down the first opportunity, although the second cross does find its way through. Alays is there to cover this time around, though, and we calmly deal with that, playing out of the back like we do. Coming towards the end of the first half here, Alays giving away a free kick. He's had a bit of a rocky start to this season, He's been a solid player, but definitely gives away a lot of fouls. The resulting free kick doesn't trouble David Button too much, though, and we still hang on to our 1-0 lead. Marcus Brown coming in, looking for his opening goal. Cross comes back to him, and he misses an absolute sitter in the box. He's shown signs of promise, Brown, but needs to work on his finishing for sure, although he shows what he can do best here, cutting into the box. Well, between him and Holland, we have two of the best dribblers in the league, I think, on either wing right now, and Hugo misses a fantastic opportunity for a second, although he gets another chance here with the through ball from Haksabanovic. How about that for a finish? Dinks it over the keeper, and Jordan Hugo back in competition with Alexander to show who is the best striker for our team here. He opens his account back up for this game. David Button also having a fantastic performance, so many saves to keep us in this match, and ultimately hang on to the clean sheet here. Brown coming forwards with only a minute or two left in the match here. Hugo picks him out, continues his run with his long legs, and Alexander misses the chance to finish that one. But we do come away with a definitive win once again. Sunderland taken down by the Hammers, and we get our first win of the season. Right after that, it was a home match against Portsmouth, where the team looked to extend our winning streak to 2 matches. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it would mean a lot to us this early in the season as we tried to stave off relegation here. Early chance coming in for Portsmouth. We struggled a lot against them late in the season. Last year, they ran away with the league and had one of the best defenses we come up against. So it was going to be a difficult night all the time here, under the rain especially. Portsmouth defending really well as we tried our best to get by their back line. A couple good chances for them coming in behind here. Williams making his run, settles that ball and looks to get a ball in, but Garmston takes it away from him at a crucial moment. Marcus Brown cutting down the wing and using his quick feet again. It's a skill show from the right winger here. Beats his man, and he seems to be in competition with Nathan Holland to see who's the best dribbler on this team. Ultimately wins the free kick, although nothing comes of that move in the end. Tompkins getting his way up the pitch here and flying into tackles, and actually wins us a throw-in off of that. He's slowly finding his way into the team. It was a rough start to life, but I think it was more of a team-wide issue than anything he was involved with. So I'm glad to see the best of him starting to shine in this team. Cullen pulling this one back for Brown in the box again, taking it inwards, and a great change of pace, almost beats his man and still almost gets the shot off at the end of the move. Keeper makes a great save with his foot, and a look back at that. Brown is really finding his stride now. That was really close to coming off for him. I do want to see him get his opening goal for this team. I think he's deserving it. And Holland tries to outdo him on the wing here, cutting inside and wins a free kick off of that. A little divey, if you ask me. He goes down with very light contact, but I wasn't going to complain, winning a free kick from that. So it was Jordan Hugo with the chance to put us in front, and again off the post. Well, he's 0 from 2 with that penalty, I think from preseason, the last time he took one, so that's disappointing. It was a clear-cut chance for us. He usually converts those. Portsmouth not making life easy for us, though. A point-blank chance from them missed. That should have been the opening goal, going in the other direction. Lance Alexander taking a lovely touch around his man. Another save from the goalkeeper. And the scoreline still holds here despite both teams trying their best. Holland absolutely blows by his man. And then again, cutting down the byline and trying to clip one back for Lance Alexander. Does so successfully, but the shot is off the post. How unlucky can we get? 70 minutes played now, and Portsmouth trying to get in behind. Cannon picks out a lovely pass for Bennett, closing down, does so well to stop the cross from coming in. Bennett is a giant in this back line. Couldn't quite block the second cross, and the effort right at Button keeps that one over the line only just, but we managed to keep things level still. Harness trying to get in behind, and unfortunately free kick given away there by Bennett in a dangerous position with only 4 minutes left in the match. It was Ben close over it, and Button tips that one over. Dangerous free kick. Didn't quite have the placement though. The resulting corner goes wide in the end. No chance comes from it, and one more for us in the box. Cullen heading it back for the substitute Jakubiak, who sends that one wide of the post, desperate for a goal, and the whistle blows. 0-0. We come away with a tie, 1 point, and that's kind of a disappointing result. All right, well, 1 win from our opening 4 here. It's been decent stuff, though. 2 ties out of that. And I've made the decision, guys. Archie Hall is going to go out on loan as long as we can find someone to take him. He's a player that I like a lot, and he served us really well, especially in that first season in League 2, but he's just not up to the standards that we need in the championship right now, and I don't want him to waste away at the bench. So we'll see if we can progress his career a little bit and get him back into the first team in the next season or two. Offer coming in for Olays, but we don't want to sell him unless we're forced into it. And West Ham currently sitting in 13th place. So next match, it's up against Reading for our 5th. Can we get another win? Here we go, back into action against Reading. Another away matchup. We know that can be tough in the championship. We were outclassed in our first match for sure. So we want to avoid having that happen again. Olays giving away a free kick again with a rash challenge outside the box. Chance from the free kick here. Reading sends that one in from distance straight at Button, but they are looking threatening here in the opening minutes, trying to play out from the back. We find Tompkins on the wing. And a switch back into the middle for Haksabanovic, trying to get control of this match. Out wide on the wings now with Brown. Move does not come off for him. Blackett continues his run past him, and Brown yanks him down. Wins the free kick in the end for Reading, and only seconds later, Brown taking his man on, change of direction, and Blackett picks up a yellow card there for his troubles. Those two going back and forth at it all game. Really good battles going on. Haksabanovic trying to pick out Alexander with a fantastic pass, and he does, but it is offsides. That would have been one of the goals of the season. What a pass from Haksabanovic. We know he always has some tricks up his sleeve. A lot of skillful players in this squad. Ball coming out wide from Reading now. Dangerous cross coming in. Brown getting back to do defensive work there. He's really coming into his own this episode, and I'm happy that we made that signing. Probably the bargain signing of the year so far. The pick of the bunch out of who we've brought into the team this season. Although Tompkins is making a claim for that argument as well. Closing down on the wings here. He's been a rock in defense, and we're slowly seeing that pay off as we keep clean sheets here. Reading with a good chance, though, going over the net. David Button called into action. Another corner coming in 10 minutes before halftime. It's another point-blank chance. Goes wide of the post. Nothing Button could do about that, but ultimately it was off target anyway, so didn't count for anything. Garmston trying to close down here on the wing. Another clever pass in. Reading finding so much space here, but again, nothing comes of their move. We find our way out from the back now, trying to play out calmly. It's always risky doing this, but it comes off for us a lot on counter-attack. Second half here. Blackett passing it inwards. Puskas looking for a way through into the box. Garmston, right place, right time again, although does give the ball away. Unfortunately, it was good defending to start the move off. And Holland taking a touch around his man. Great stuff from the left-hand winger this time. Both wings are so threatening with these two players. Charging forwards. Holland continues his run, trying to get his head up. He takes one more touch through to set up Hugill for the opening goal of the game. That brings us in front. Fantastic stuff. A really quick change of pace there at the end of the move sends both the center back and their right back reeling. And he finds the space in behind perfectly. Makes it look so easy on the assist. Connor Coventry coming on to get some minutes here at the end. Boateng coming off. Really average player, Jerome Boateng. He hasn't been bad by any means, but does not offer us a lot going forwards. On the other hand, Coventry is very attack-minded, so trying to push on for a second goal here. But Reading asking us some questions this time around. East looking for a way through. James Tompkins again cutting that pass out. Seems like Reading is trying to walk it into our net, and that suits us well. They didn't get any clear-cut chances off, although they had a ton of passes in and around our box. Coventry getting involved already to find Brown out on the wing, who cuts inside, looking to take it on himself and trying to pull off a move. Intercepted before he can even begin, though. Good defending in the end from Reading. One more final chance coming through for them. Olays is there to have it covered. Once again, great defending from the team. I think if that was our defense a couple months back, we would have had a bunch scored past us. But Tompkins leading the line really well. Starting to organize things back there. Reading with only 30 seconds left in the match. Blackett getting his way in behind. And he lays that one off straight in front of the touchline there. Nothing Button could even do about it. It's passed out through the defense. Calm as you'd like from us, and we managed to hang on to the clean sheet full time, and it's our second win of this season. Things are starting to look up for this team, and hopefully this is us finding our groove. Alright guys, that is the end of episode 2 here. It's back to EFL Cup action up next, and a chance for us to see some of our youth prospects once again in action. Guys, as always, if you've been enjoying this series so far, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back soon with episode 3. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.